Good morning, everybody. I thought we would do a little morning breakfast mukbang. So I just ran to Starbucks. I got a venti cold brew with salted caramel cold foam and just a little bit of vanilla sweet cream. It's pretty good. And then I just picked up just something simple. I just did the egg white bites. They're like the egg white and pepper bites right here. These are like my favorite. I'm still in my PJs. I don't know, like last night I was thinking like tomorrow morning I just want to like run to Starbucks in the morning, have a cute little morning and not care. So that's what I decided to do this morning. And I was like, why not have it with you guys? These are my favorite. I just kind of wanted to like catch up with you guys because I haven't talked to you guys in like a while. Because the last time I talked to you guys was like sat down and talked to you guys was before I went to Disney, which is crazy. So I just wanted to like catch up with you guys. So we got home from Disney on the 4th of July. And 4th of July, we just like kind of hung out. Our friends did come over. We got home at like 8 a.m. So like our friends came over later in the day. We did like little fireworks. We just ordered dinner. Really nothing much. Just like hung out and chilled. Honestly, this was last week. After that, it was just kind of like a reset, right? Like getting the house back in order, getting like our routine back in order, all that stuff. And then that kind of brings us to like here, because ever since vacation, I really haven't done much. But a little like vacation recap. If you guys want to see everything I did on vacation, make sure you go over to my TikTok. It's just Magic by Vinny. Because I filmed vlogs every single day when I was in Disney. And then I also filmed other Disney content outside of the vlogs. So if you want to see all of my Disney vlogs, everything like that, go over to my TikTok. Because I was debating on filming a vlog for like YouTube. But it's been a tradition on like my TikTok page for like the past 4 years that every Disney trip I go on, which I go on around like 3 to 4 a year, I film. I do a vlog every single day. And also my TikTok page is like 95% Disney content. And my YouTube is kind of like just like whatever I want. So it just made sense to like prioritize for like my Disney trip, my TikTok page. I hope you guys understand. So if you want to see like all my vlogs and everything I did in Disney, make sure you head over to my TikTok. But we truly had like the best time ever. The weather was beautiful. The crowds, oh my God. There was literally no one there. Like there was people there, but like the crowds were so manageable, which it always normally is around like the last week of June. So a little tip if you guys want to go, like summertime, but like the beginning of summer, last week of June is a good time. Obviously like end of July, beginning of August, it's also really dead. So we did that. We saw the 4th of July fireworks in Magic Kingdom, which I've never seen before. I've always wanted to see. They were literally the best. Like it was so cool. Like fireworks were going around like 360. Insane. It was just like so magical, and I've always wanted to see the 4th of July fireworks in Magic Kingdom, and I was just so happy to be able to see them like in person. So fun. That day actually, like it was thunderstorming so bad. We were soaking wet, but like you truly know you are happy when it's torrential downpour, thunder, lightning. You're literally soaking wet, and you know you have to stand there for like another 3-4 hours, because we got there like to our spot like I think 3 hours before, because you have to get there early to get a spot. Now it rained, so there was barely no one there for like the first 2 hours, but then when the rain kind of stopped, then a lot of people started to like get their spots to watch the fireworks. So it actually did work out, because like luckily like it wasn't crowded until like up to the fireworks, which was great. If it wasn't raining, it would have been crowded. So it was actually great that it rained. But like we were soaking wet and we were okay with it, which is like the best. and you just know you're truly happy in that moment. And it just the best. And there was like a DJ like on Cinderella Castle. There was also a DJ in like Frontierland. There was one in Tomorrowland, so that was super cool. They always go all out for the holidays, and I love it so much. And then during the trip, we did get the Lightning Lane multi-pass for 2 days. 1 day for Hollywood Studios, 1 day for Magic Kingdom. And guys, we got literally every ride done in all of the 4 theme parks in a matter of like 5 days. We were there for 8 days, and we got everything done in like 5 days, which was crazy. And I actually did enjoy that, because then the last half of the vacation, we were able to like chill and kind of do things that like we've either never done before, that are not that popular, or just things that we haven't done in a really long time. So I really enjoyed that. And the reason why we were able to get so much done in a short amount of time was we normally don't buy multi-pass, which is like the skip the line service, because we normally don't think it's worth it. But guys, it's freaking worth it. Like, we've gotten it a couple times before, and we're like, it's not really worth it, whatever. No, it is worth it. Especially, we also bought it when the parks weren't that busy either. So it wasn't like the Lightning Lane lines were super long as well. Because sometimes when it's really busy, like during the holiday season, the Lightning Lanes will still be like a 15-minute wait, which sucks, because it's like you pay to skip the line, but it's like the regular standby line is 100 minutes, but then the Lightning Lane is 15. So it makes sense. So we were kind of walking on like all the rides. Now, you do have to be smart about the Lightning Lane, because it is a lot of like learning, because like a lot of the rides, like I didn't get my time slots until like 8 p.m. but I kept refreshing the app all day, and I bounced all those freaking time slots up to like 11 a.m., 10 a.m., which is great. Which I have a whole in-depth video of like how to use Lightning Lane multi-pass on my TikTok, so if you guys do want to check that out, because it's like it's not complicated, I wouldn't say. It's very simple steps, but it's a learning curve, you know? So we did that. And then this trip, we went to the most resorts that we've ever went to in one trip. And it was amazing. And what I mean by that is like, you're able to resort hop, right? You can go to other resorts. You can do everything at the resorts except stay and sleep in the room, or go in the room and go in the pool and use their fitness center, if they have a fitness center. If you're not staying at the resort, those are the only things you can't do. So you can chill out in the lobby. You can go to their quick service. You can walk around. You can literally do anything except go inside a room, go in a pool, and if they have a fitness center. That's literally it. So I love exploring the resorts. Always love that. But normally we never really have time to like explore the resorts, but this trip we were able to. So we managed to go to the Contemporary Resort, which I love the Contemporary. It's just so nostalgic to me. We went to the Contemporary Resort for dinner. We went to the Polynesian Resort for dinner. We went to the Boardwalk Resort. Me and my brother got ice cream. We went to Wilderness Lodge. And we had actually breakfast there at Whispering Canyon Cafe, which was amazing. So good. We went to the Riviera Resort. We had dinner there one night. And then I went to the Riviera Resort another day for coffee in the morning. I'm so sad that this is my coffee run right now. And I could be at the Riviera doing my coffee run. So sad. So, is that all the resorts we went to? I'm trying to think. I think that's all the resorts we went to. So we went to like what? 5 or 6. Which is crazy. And we stayed at Disney's Pop Century Resort, which I love. I do have to say, like, if you want the most Disney-themed resorts, stay at the Value Resorts. Definitely. And for my family, it just makes sense to stay at the Value Resorts because we don't spend a lot of time at the resort itself. So it doesn't make sense to spend a ton of money when you're only sleeping in the room. And then, especially, I still have my little brother. And he likes to you know, he likes the Disney theming, like the fun, funky theming. So we're not going to stay at like a resort that maybe doesn't have as much Disney theming, you know what I mean? So for us, like, Pop Century has been like a ride or die. Literally since I opened, like, my mom and dad and my little brother went the first year Pop Century opened. And we've literally been staying there probably every year ever since that. I tried 21 snacks when I was there. 21 snacks. I love snacking around Disney World. It's so much fun. I tried 21 snacks, which is insane, but like so much freaking fun. And then I think we saw Happily Ever After, I want to say 2 or 3 times. My brother loves Happily Ever After. He just loves fireworks in general. So like he always wanted to see them like every night. So we saw them like 3 times. We saw Luminous twice. We saw Fantasmic once. And I love Fantasmic. Fantasmic is such a vibe. You know, I think the best part about Fantasmic is like before, like the pre-show of Fantasmic, because like the music and just chilling and everyone's so excited. I don't know, it's just so fun. And like you get your little dessert. I love it. And then obviously we saw the 4th of July fireworks at Magic Kingdom, which were great, amazing. I'm trying to give you like a brief recap. We almost park hop like every single day, which is kind of crazy. But again, like when you're a Disney adult, like Disney expert, you go all the time and you know how to like work around the crowds and work around Disney World. Essentially, you normally don't stay in a park like all day. Like one day we did Hollywood Studios, and then we basically got everything done in Hollywood Studios, and we were like, you know what, let's park up to Epcot. And literally we just went to Epcot for the fireworks, and then we went over to Boardwalk and got ice cream. Like that's all. But like I want to say there was only like 2 or 3 days maybe that we did a park the full day and didn't park hop, which is insane. But again, like I always recommend to people, like, because we're annual pass holders, so like it's included in our annual pass. But like if you just buy regular park tickets, you do have to add it on, and I think it's like $100 per day. It may be even more now, and you have to get it for every day of your trip if you do buy Park Hopper. I always say, like, if it's your first time going to Disney World, I don't necessarily think I would recommend it, especially if you're going for a week. If you're going for more than 7 days, I don't think it's worth it necessarily, because park hopping, it's a strategy. Like you need to like know how to park hop, because it can take, you know, 30-45 minutes. I always say like factor in an hour from like transportation to get into one park to another park. So I always say, like, if it's your first trip and you're staying more than a week, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to get everything done in each park and not have to park hop. And sometimes I feel like it's stressful for first time guests. I'm like, just stay at each park the full day. You'll get everything done. And then if you get everything done and you don't want to repeat anything, then head to the resorts, go to Disney Springs. They have miniature golfing. They have, you know, regular golfing. They have water parks. So many things to do. You know what I mean? Where it's like, I don't know if I would put that stress on yourself when you don't know. You know what I mean? That's what I think. But then I think if you stay 2 weeks, it is worth it to get Park Hopper, because then you're able to like come and go. Especially if you're staying 2 weeks, you're able to just come and go to the parks whenever you want. And then obviously when you stay like 3 days, it's worth getting Park Hopper, just because so then you're able to like experience every park once type of thing. It was like weird. It's like, if you stay 3 days, I don't think Park Hopper is worth it. If you stay a week, no, if you stay 3 days, I think Park Hopper is worth it. If you stay like a week, it's not really. And I'm not saying if you stay a week, it's not worth it. I'm saying if you're a first time guest, don't get it. If you're going over a week, I just feel like it's too much more to handle. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need to handle that on top of learning the My Disney Experience app, the lightning lanes, dining reservations, you know, navigating the parks, navigating the transportation. Like, there's so much stuff to learn. Why add the park hopper on there to stress you out? But if you're a person that goes to Disney World, you know, for a full week every year, park hopper. If you're a person that goes to Disney World for a week every single year, park hopper is kind of just a choice. Like, it is worth it if you want it, but if you don't want it, you don't have to. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, it's up to you, you know? And I always say, like, park hopper is kind of up to you. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to get it when you're staying a week, go ahead, because it is nice to have that freedom. But just know that, like, you do have to pay for every single day of your park ticket, even though you're not going to park hop every single day. So that's why I say, like, just, you know, factor in. Anyway, so, like, after I talked your ear off about that, we probably did, like, park hop almost every single day, which was so nice. Like, it was really nice. We did the Friendship boat around the World Showcase Lagoon for the first time. We've never done that before. Right now, I think the route is, I think we took it from, I want to say Morocco or Germany to Canada. I want to say that's where we took it. But, like, the, like, docks normally, like, change where you go. So definitely check on, like, the My Disney Experience app, like, where the docks are right now. It normally always ends up, like, in Canada majority of the time. But, like, where it, like, starts off or whatever could be different, you know? What else happened on our trip? I'm trying to give you, like, a brief recap, so then, like, you can go over to my TikTok if you want to watch my vlogs. The Halloween merchandise started to come out, and I got 4 pieces, I think, of it. It's so cute. Like, I'm obsessed with it. I'm so excited to start wearing it soon, like, a couple weeks. And then, we saw 2 new shows. The Villains Unfairly Ever After, and then the Little Mermaid show, a musical adventure. So freaking good. So good. I really can't choose which one I like better. I don't know if I like the Villains better or the Little Mermaid one better. They're in Hollywood Studios, by the way. The Villain show, brand new. It replaced the Cars show. And then the Little Mermaid show, it's like a reimagined version of the Little Mermaid show. Before COVID, it closed like right like in COVID times, like when Disney World closed, it closed for COVID, and then once the parks reopened, it never opened back up, and it's been, I think, 5 or 6 years now, and they finally reopened it. But it's like a reimagined version of it. They added a couple new songs to it. They, you know, redid the seating, updated things. It just looks so good, and the show was amazing. It was so good, and I honestly don't think I can choose which one I like better. Vocals wise, music wise, like the Little Mermaid, Chef Kiss, but then also like the songs in the Villain show, it's very, very catchy. So I don't know. And then they had like Cool Kids Summer going on when we were there. It's still September 1st, I'm pretty sure. So if you guys are going anywhere between now and then, it's super fun because like there's like more characters roaming around. There's like little like dance party areas. In Storybook Circus and Magic Kingdom, there's like skill walkers. Yeah. And then, like, in Animal Kingdom, you can do, like, crafts with Daisy. And in Hollywood Studios, in, like, the Star Wars Launch Bay area, you can actually do crafts with the characters. Like, you're able to color with them. And my little brother was able to do that. And I think that was such, like, a sweet moment. In Animal Kingdom, he colored with Daisy. And I think it's so cute, like, coloring with the characters. Like, that's crazy. But you're able to do that in Star Wars Launch Bay as well. In Hollywood Studios. And in Animal Kingdom, that was like, they keep like adding and kind of taking away new things like throughout the summer for Cool Kids Summer. And hello. And for in Animal Kingdom, the like coloring area with Daisy, that was the first day, so no one knew about it. And it was just my little brother, my mom, and Daisy. Like, there was, and obviously cast members were in there, but no one else. So Daisy gave her full attention to my little brother, and I think that was so cool and like such a like sweet special moment. And I hope he really like enjoyed that moment with her, because like that is just so sweet and magical. So there was like a ton of fun things for Cool Kids Summer. In Epcot, they had the Goofy Core area in like Communicore Hall. It was really cute. It was like a whole like dance area, and like certain times throughout the day, Goofy would be there. And it's a whole area for kids. My little brother is definitely like a introvert. Yeah. So he doesn't really like to hang out with little kids. So he didn't really like it. But if your kids like hanging out with kids, they'll love it. I'm trying to think what else happened. I'm trying to see. But it was just like such a great trip. I said this, like this probably was one of my favorite trips to Disney World in a really long time. Sorry, my camera just fell, so if the angle's different, that's why. My camera was like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Anywho, lighting's good. I think it looked fine, whatever. I mean, I look horrible anyway, it's the morning, so who cares? But I think this was probably one of my favorite trips to Disney World, and I think a reason why is because like my mom finally let me like be alone and like go to the parks. Like I would go to the parks some days alone by myself. I would wake up early because I'm an early person, so like I would go early when like my parents and my brothers would sleep in. I would head to the parks early, have a nice morning to myself, get some breakfast, maybe rope drop one ride, just walk around, chill, have fun. And then they would meet me in the parks at like 10 a.m. And I've always wanted that. So that was like a special moment because I've always wanted to do that by myself. So like I was able to like go to some of the parks by myself in the morning, which was so fun. I went to Hollywood Studios in the morning by myself twice. And then I went to Magic Kingdom in the morning by myself once. And it was just really nice. Like, I got a breakfast for myself. I walked around. I would rope drop, like, maybe one ride. It was really special. And I've always wanted to do that, like, my whole life. So, like, having, like, my mom's trust, like, my mom to trust me and just, like, go about myself was, like, really special. Which, speaking of, I'm so excited. I haven't told you guys this, but I am going on my first solo trip to Disney World in March. I am so excited. It's my birthday trip. So here's kind of how this happened. So I've been saying this for like 7-8 years. I always told myself, I said, when I turn 18 years old, I'm going on my first solo trip, staying at my dream Disney resort. I've always said this. I've said this literally, I want to say my whole life. And my parents would be like, oh no, I don't want you to go alone, this and that. I'm like, no, I am doing this. I am making this my goal to, on my 18th birthday, go on my first solo trip to Disney World and stay at my dream resort. And I'm 17. My birthday's in March next year. So I was like, I need to book my trip now. And I booked it. And my parents at first were like, you're not going alone. I don't want you to go alone. I'm too nervous, this and that. And then my dad was like, wait, like I would literally drive to Florida myself when I'm 18. And I trust you. You know Disney World like the back of your friggin' hand. Like, and you're the one that plans the trip. So like, you'll be okay. And even like all my friends and family friends and everything, they're like, yeah, it's good for you. Like, this is what you want to do with your life anyway, and you want to make this into like your career, so this is good for you. And so my mom's been on the fence about it, but she's finally like warming up to it, and she's like, all right, like just make sure you're okay, this and that. So like everyone's on board and agreeing. So I booked it and I'm so excited. And the resort I'm staying at is this is my dream resort. I've always wanted to stay here at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Oh my god. I am so beyond excited. We just went to Wilderness Lodge, our past trip, like what, 2 weeks ago. But we just went there to like eat. We went to Whispering Canyon Cafe, had some breakfast, walked around the resort. And my younger brother loves to, like, explore the resorts. Like, he's the one, like, he loves to explore the resorts. So, like, we went in, like, the hallways and, like, obviously couldn't go in the rooms, but just, like, explored and everything. And I'm like, Wilderness Lodge has always been my dream resort to stay at. I've never stayed there. But when I finally went to the resort just to look around, I'm like, oh, no, this is the resort. I'm like, now I'm 100% confirmed. Literally, I was online to get the specialty coffee at Wilderness Lodge at the Roaring Fork. They're like cafe quick service. They have 3 specialty coffees, and I got the Wilderness Bark Latte, I'm pretty sure. They have 2 more. When I stay there, I'll get the other 2 to try. But I was literally online getting my coffee, and literally I booked the trip. I booked my room, literally online for coffee. I'm like, nope, this is 100% confirmed, because I always knew that was my dream resort and I've always wanted to stay there. And that's where I was staying on my 18th birthday. But I was like, I don't know if I do want to do that. But like, once I saw it, 100% confirmed. And it is expensive, but I actually got a good like bounce back offer deal on it. So, and I'm staying for, I think it's 5 days. Yeah, 5 days, 5 nights, something like that. So I'm like so excited about it, because this has been my dream. And I always tell myself, like, when I commit to something and I say this is my dream and this is my goal, I always make that happen. And it's so crazy, because I remember like years and years ago, like, we were waiting online for Splash Mountain. It's Tiana's now. But we were waiting online for Splash Mountain, and I'm like, guys, when I turn 18, I'm going on a solo trip by myself, staying at my dream resort. And it's so crazy that we're here now, and like, I have it booked. It's just so crazy. And if you guys don't know, which I've said before, we never really stay at deluxe resorts. 1, for a family size, is very expensive. And 2, when you go 3-4 times a year, you try to make your trips as affordable as possible so you can keep going 3-4 times a year. So we normally stay at the value resorts. And again, my family loves the value resorts. So we've stayed at 1 deluxe resort. And this was almost 10 years ago. We stayed at the Contemporary Resort at Bay Lake Tower, the DVC Tower, because my grandma has a DVC. So we stayed there one time, and that was the only deluxe resort we've ever stayed at, because my grandma, she said like, oh my god, I got DVCs for she told my dad this for my grandkids, so we're able to use it all together. She let us use it once, and she doesn't even go to Disney ever. I'm like so pissed off. I want to try to buy it off of her, because like, ridiculous. Anyways, that's a whole nother freaking story. So we stayed at the Contemporary Resort at Bay Lake Tower once. It was beautiful, magical, almost 10 years ago. Ever since then, we've never stayed at a deluxe resort since. And I was probably like 7 at the time, so like, I couldn't comprehend like much. And ever since then, we've stayed at a couple moderates, mostly value. So I'm just like so excited to stay here, because 1, it's a deluxe resort. 2, it's my dream resort, and I'm doing everything I always want to do in Disney World when I go. I always want to do tons of sit-down dining. Reason why we barely do any sit-down dining is with our family size, it's really expensive. Like, if we did sit-down dining, it'll be like over $200. And if we did that like every night, that's a lot of money because of our family size. And again, we go so often, so we barely do sit-down meals. We do maybe like 1 a trip, and that's it. And I love sit-down meals. So what I'm prioritizing on this trip is I am doing as many sit-down meals as I can. I may do 1 a day. I may do 2 a day. We'll freaking see. So I'm prioritizing sit-down meals. I want to go to some lounges. I may not even go to the parks that much. Like, Magic Kingdom's right there, so maybe I'll take the boat to Magic Kingdom. But I'm not even gonna like go to the parks that much. I'm gonna really like enjoy the resort. Enjoy like the meals. Like, I'm gonna do sit-down meals. I really want to do like Storybook Dining at Artist Point, because that's at Wilderness Lodge, because I've always wanted to eat there. I think I want to do like Ohana, because I've always wanted to eat there. I may do Liberty Tree, because that's a Magic Kingdom, because I've always wanted to eat there. So I kind of want to do like the restaurants that I've always wanted to eat at, which I'm so excited about. And then I want to prioritize some lounges. So like the Nomad Lounge, the new lounge coming to Magic Kingdom, the Beacon Barrel one. It's like a Pirates of the Caribbean inspired lounge. It's not opened yet. It's supposed to open like hopefully by the end of this summer or by the end of this year. So hopefully that'll be open when I go in March, and I'll go there. So I want to prioritize like all that stuff and just do things that like not necessarily my family, but like my dad is very like particular, and he loves staying in the parks. So like I really want to prioritize things that he doesn't love to do, which is like the lounges, the restaurants, just chilling at the resort, doing all that stuff. So I'm so excited about that. So excited. And it's been my dream. So like, I can't believe it's happening. So I need to work my ass off. Okay. Because not only that, that's not my next trip. Our next trip is in October as a family. That's like our next family trip is in October. We're going for Halloween. So I'm trying to think of like Halloween costume ideas, because we're gonna be there like a couple of days before Halloween, then on Halloween, and then we're gonna be there into November as well. So we'll be there for like Halloween and then the start of the Christmas season, which is the best. So I want to like figure out some Halloween costumes to do, and then I also need to figure out some like Christmas Disney bounding outfits I want to do. So yeah, the March trip is not the next one. The next one is with all my family. We're staying at All-Star Music Resort, which we've never stayed there before, so I'm really excited. My goal, I want to try to stay at all the resorts. So we're staying at All-Star Music. That's the last All-Star resort we haven't stayed at, so I want to do that. So we're staying there. So that's our next trip. But then my first solo trip is in March, so I'm super excited about that. But I've been talking for a while. I think that's all of the Disney recap. I think that's everything of what we did. Again, if you want to see like in depth what we did day to day, what snacks I tried, what parks we did, everything like that, again, go over to my TikTok, Magic by Vinny. I have vlogs, and then I also have, there's other Disney videos, so many things. So make sure you go check that out if you want to. No pressure. And yeah, I have my first solo trip coming up in March, and then our next family Disney vacation is in October/November. So I'm super excited about that and to start planning. But I'm gonna start heading home now. I'm basically done. I want to get ready, and then I want to maybe go to the beach later. So I may do that. So I love you guys so much. I hope you guys enjoy your day, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment down below any questions you have for me. Make sure you follow me on TikTok if you want to see all my Disney adventures. Yeah, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.